Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Ex of 4 years broke up with me 2 weeks ago. Said it was for a multitude of relationship issues. Found out today she actually just left me for someone else. 1 month before we were going to get engaged. Need support. TL. Doctor girlfriend of 4 years broke up with me randomly. Turns out she left me for someone who is completely opposite from me. Nobody, including her closest friends and family, saw it coming. All but confirmed she had been seeing this dude for a bit before the relationship ended. It came out of the ducking blue. I left for a work trip and that night she calls me from a ducking skate park and broke up with me over the phone. I genuinely didn't believe her. She was serious. She broke up with me over the phone from the skate park. Let me be clear, we are 25 ducking years old and she started roller skating as a hobby during COVID. Originally she said it was because she wanted to find herself and be single and that she was unhappy in the relationship. I was kinda buying it but not really. See, a month before we had gotten into a big discussion about marriage. She was always the one pressuring for marriage and I dragged my feet. Well, about a month ago she was really serious about marriage and I was like, you know what, you're right. So in that month's time I bought a ring and had a whole plan to propose to her next month. I mean, this girl was truly in love with me for so long, to the point it was almost unhealthy, lol. She was quite literally codependent at some points. So for her to want to break up out of the blue was a shock to everyone. Her mom called me, her sisters, her best friends all called and were like, we had no idea she felt this way, we thought you guys were gonna get married, and I had to say I had no idea she felt this way. I was about to propose. So it was a shock to quite literally everyone, and it is honestly very validating to hear it from the people she is closest to in life. I was out of town on a trip and I saw she never came home the night we broke up to let out the dog. I grilled her about where she was and she did admit she was at this guy's house, but because she was too drunk to drive home and she slept in his second bedroom. I believed that shit. When it happened again I told her she had to get her shit out of the apartment and leave, and she did a week later. We never even got to have a conversation in person. It was just little quips and no real closure. Just that she wasn't in love anymore. Today I talked to her on the phone. Yup. Ducking turns out there was someone else. This ducking guy, who is 33, divorced, has a 7-year-old, has 3 felonies for breaking and entering, and is 2 months clean from opiates. This ducking guy is who she met at the skate park. I feel like I am taking ducking crazy pills here. I knew they would skate but I didn't think anything of it because come on. We've been dating 4 years and had a great relationship. Never did either of us not trust the other. And I travel for work. She has always been the most good girl. Like, she got us Bible studies to do together and would do yoga every morning and so many great healthy habits. But when she started going to the skate park they started to dwindle away and she began to get drunk every night, and over the course of about a week she turned into someone I didn't even recognize. And then on the 8th day, she ducking left me. Over the phone, from the skate park. For that ducking guy. I am so torn apart, I mean I really don't even know how to process this. I don't understand it. Nobody I've talked to can understand it. I mean, it just is what it is, but holy shit. This is not the girl I fell in love with. It truly feels like she just fell down a rabbit hole and went manic. Her family always said they thought she was manic and she was deeply depressed for about 2 years. Maybe this is the other side of that coin. I am just having a really hard time picking up the pieces. We moved across the country together and she was my best friend. Now I have a bunch of acquaintances and shit who I loosely hang out with, but nobody I am close with. I have a lot of really great friends back in Florida who I have been talking with on the phone multiple times a day. I mean, I have always been a practical, stoic, strong person. But this has stripped away every part of my identity. I don't know where to start rebuilding. I want to move back to Florida with my friends and family, but is that running away? I am just lost. I am hurt. I don't even know. What the duck, you know. I can basically draw the pretty clear line of logic that I assume there was some shit going on before the breakup. She was gone pretty late skating for a few of the nights I was home. And I was like, yeah, this is fine, I'm gonna chill, have a beer and wait for you. Okay, well obviously that isn't what was going on. I just don't even know where to begin rebuilding. My entire identity is vanished. My motivation behind my goals is gone. I've found the goals I've set for myself have completely gone away, as they were truly not goals for me but goals for us. I loved this girl more than anything on earth. She was my favorite person in the world. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Going back to Florida isn't running away, it's allowing yourself to have a strong support system close by in your life. You dodged a bullet. Take time to grieve, and have no contact with your ex. Perhaps moving back to where your friends and family are is the best thing for you mentally. You are not running away. She is a pile of crap. Whatever you do, when crackhead screws up and she's looking for a safe place to land, do not take her back. Let her figure her self-inflicted shit life out all by herself. I'm sorry you are here. Get back home and block that dirtbag on everything. I concur. When I was in college in the 80s down in the deep south, my GF of 2+ years and who was telling me I was her guy, loved me more than anything and we were going to get married, have kids and everything, cheated on me and it was bad. I was going to stay down there after I graduated, but I had to get away from her and went back to NY because she would not leave me alone. This was during the 80s and at least there was no texting or internet for me having to worry about blocking. If you can leave without majorly disrupting your life, do it for your own peace of mind. The writing is on the wall. She will get screwed over by this guy at some point, and once the fog wears off she will be hitting you up again for another chance. At least if you put some distance between you and her, it will make things easier for you to reject reconciliation when she comes crawling back to you. I guarantee she'll quickly realize how bad she ducked up. Sounds like she is ruining her life. She'll definitely end up hurting more in the end. I hope Op moves and never looks back. When I heard skate park I thought they were only teens, lol. She will probably go splat when the fog wears off and she realizes her AP is really no comparison to you. Possibly her family will help her get some psychiatric help, and that might help open her eyes. You will probably care about her. Most of the time, one can't have loved someone to the point of proposing and shutting off all the feelings. So if she goes splat, you will probably feel sorry for her. That's okay, it means you still have basic human decency. But you can't fix her. Don't even think about it. It's up to her, and her family. Go to Florida, where you have a support group. It's not running away, it's running to a place you know is better for you. Your GF has been questing to find something greater than herself for quite some time: religion, yoga and so many healthy habits. She's now met a felon and drug addict and her personality has changed. It's a fair bet that she has finally found what she is looking for: drugs. She has had this habit for about 2 years based on her manic/depression behavior. Going to the skate park was just a cover for where she went to score. That was where she got the drugs and met up with others pre-COVID, and she took up skating to give her an excuse to still go during COVID. Her healthy hobbies may have been things suggested to her to kick her habit. You want a direction? Secure your finances. Upgrade your security at home. He likes breaking and entering and she knows where the valuables are and your movements. You travel for work and she knows this. He's latched onto her for the funds she provides and the sex. When her money runs out, so will his interest in her. Get an STI test and a general health check. Her choice of AP is in a high-risk category and she may have had other partners over the last 2 years that were similar. Her family seem to have been good to you. Please let them know that you suspect that she is around opiates before severing all contact. I don't care how you do it, but get far away from this situation and cut all contact with everyone in this life. Rebuild in Florida. She was always the one pressuring for marriage and I dragged my feet. Well, about a month ago she was really serious about marriage and I was like, you know what, you're right. So in that month's time I bought a ring and had a whole plan to propose to her next month. I mean, this girl was truly in love with me for so long, to the point it was almost unhealthy, lol. She was quite literally codependent at some points. So for her to want to break up out of the blue was a shock to everyone. Her mom called me, her sisters, her best friends all called and were like, we had no idea she felt this way, we thought you guys were gonna get married, and I had to say I had no idea she felt this way. I was about to propose. There's always two sides to a story. Let me tell you my story. I begged my partner of 8 years to get married with me. Despite him being physically abused multiple times and cheating on me at the beginning of our relationship. I thought he had genuinely changed, and that these things happened because he was immature. Just like your ex, I loved my partner more than life itself. However, I never truly got over these things. Just like you, he dragged his feet regarding marriage. At the end of last year he finally addressed the marriage subject. But I was kind of over it. After all those years he suddenly wants to get married. Was he trying to find someone better all this time? Actually, I think I can do better than someone who made me wait for so many years and hurt me physically and emotionally. And I randomly met someone who confirmed this theory. I did not cheat, and I'm not going to end up with this person, but once your eyes have been opened there is no going back. And I'm not going to go back once I leave. Nobody is going to see it coming. My mom loves my partner. His family loves me. It's a process, and surely your ex has been thinking about this a long time. What she did was obviously not right, but for your own sake and future relationships, do some introspection. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.